You're live, Murali.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's webinar from CETAS on PDC Manager and add-on for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. My name is Murali Avanamuthu. I'm one of the founder directors of CETAS. And I have my colleagues Prakash Kandaraj, who heads the sales and marketing, and Prakash Krishnan, who heads the Dynamics practice, and Vigneshwaran, who leads the technical team of Dynamics. So we will start with the presentation, and my colleague Prakash Krishnan will do the actual demo of the module, and then we can take question and answers in the end. You can put in your questions in the chat window, and we'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so with that introduction, let's get started. Prakash, next screen, please. So if you look at the app, why did we develop this app is that there are a lot of post-dated check scenarios which happen in any business, where you would have to issue post-dated checks to vendors, or you would collect post-dated checks from your customers, and they would have to be posted in the system on the right time, and make sure you have enough balance in your bank account, or you have to present your checks on right time so that you realize your receivables on a timely basis. So in the base application, Business Central, as you all know, supports the current dated checks, but does not have the provision to do post dated checks. So that's why we built this app as an add-on, and we have listed it in AppSource. Next, please. So if you look at it, managing the post-dated checks can be a complex task, and also it is a very important task because you don't want to miss out on realizing your customer payments, or honoring the vendor payments which are issued much ahead in time, and so on. And if you do miss out, the repercussions can be quite high in case of bounce checks and so on. So that is the reason why this app could be very handy in managing such post-dated check scenarios. Next, please. So basically, what we have done is we have a setup functionality where you can do some initial configurations, and you can enter the post-dated check entries, whether it be the customer entry or the vendor payments. And you also do have an option to upload the PDC entries. And there is a PDC process feature where, based on the date, the system will then move them to the actual vendor payment records or customer receipt records, and so on. You also have the option to cancel the PDC payments in case, if you're returning some checks to the customers, or you are withdrawing some of the checks you have issued to the vendors, or so on. And we do have workflows and notification mechanisms so that everything is tightly managed. Next, please. So you can improve your cash flow accuracy, because a lot of times your cash flow, what you see in Business Central default system, would be based on the current dated entries, but it may miss out on the PDC entries. So we have some inquiry screens and reports to help you view your cash flow by including these PDC entries as well. And you can schedule them, and then you don't have to worry about am I making them in the right time, and so on. So because the system can notify you when something is due, and so on. Yeah, and it minimizes the sort of a follow-up which you would have to typically do with your customers, and so on, because all this is already captured in the system. So those are all some of the benefits of the app. Next, please. So it is available in Dynamics 365 Business Central, and as an ISV partner, we do port this app as and when Microsoft releases their releases, the major releases, the one in spring and one in the fall. So we also subsequently immediately port our app to be compliant with the new releases, and then submit to the AppSource. And it is available for NAB versions as well from 2016 onwards. And you can deploy this app on both on-prem as well as on the cloud. And we do have a trial mechanism. You can try our app on the Microsoft App Stores. Next. So that's basically the end of our presentation. So if you have any further questions, you can reach out to us on the email ID or the phone numbers given. And just wanted to conclude that apart from PDC Manager, we do have other apps like Vendor Portal add-on, VMP 365, NavBuild, which is a construction engineering vertical. And we have a white labeled food ordering system called FOS 365. And we have a connector for it to Business Central. And we also have a payroll module for the Middle East market, so Paypro 365. So these are all some of our add-ons, and I would encourage you to try them out. All of them have some trial feature in the app source. So that's it from me on the presentation. I would request Prakash Krishnan to take over and take you through the app. Thank you. Prakash, over to you. You're on mute, Prakash.
Hello everyone. So I will just demonstrate the PDC app functionality. So we'll be starting with the PDC setup, where we will be able to define some notification related setups, like so how you want to, whether you want to send out the notification whenever there is a post-dated checks on what could be the day before 1 day or before 3-4 days. You'll be able to set up this notification so that the user gets alert so that they can act on it. And you can set up some number series on the journal batch and templates. Yeah, that's on the PDC setup page. So when you want to make the PDC entry, these are the list of PDC with various statuses. So when you start creating a new PDC, it will be in open status. Then once it is confirmed, you have to release. So as and when the date comes in, so you can actually post them into accounting module through the payment journal in case of vendor, or cash receipt journal for in case of customer. So once it gets posted, that status gets updated automatically in the PDC transaction list, so that you can keep track of what are all the PDCs which needs to be processed. So you can also get those information at the role center page. So I can see the how many vendor PDCs are in open status, how many are in the released status. I can track them from the role center page itself. So when I want to create a PDC, I can simply create a new PDC when I get PDC from my customer, or if you want to issue the PDC to your vendor. So you can choose the option whether it is a customer or vendor. Then you can choose the customer. And the customer, you can choose the bank accounts of your own bank accounts as well as the customer bank account. Again, this is an optional. If you want to capture the customer bank, so you can use the customer bank account details to capture, and you can mention the check number and check date. Okay, so you can enter the amount of the particular check. Then you can actually, if you want to attach with some of the outstanding invoices, you can do, that is optional. Otherwise, if it is against advance payment or something, so you can simply process it without applying to outstanding invoices. Both are possible. So in case of you want to attach with the advance outstanding invoices, you can call the vendor, customer ledger entries. You can choose the document or particular invoice against which you want to apply this particular payment. Again, you can do partially as well. In this case, the total invoice amount is 35,000, whereas I have received payment only for 10,000. You can do the partial application, and you can also do multiple invoices application. Both are possible. Once you are done with this application, so you can actually release this transaction. So the released transactions can be for reporting and controlling purposes. As of now, we are keeping this particular PDC transaction at a separate module. We are not making any financial implications or entries so far. So as and when the date comes in, based on the notification, the accountant or accounts payable or receivable people can process this PDC. They can post them into financial accounting models, respective AR and AP models, right? So before that, if you want to track the PDC, we have added the additional information on the standard vendor trial balance or customer trial balance reports, where you will be able to see the PDCs. For example, I'm just choosing this customer. Okay, so we are listing out all the outstanding transaction from the proper customer ledger entry or vendor ledger entry pages. Underneath, we are actually printing the PDC information, whatever the PDC is available for this particular customer. So we are printing those information at the bottom of it. Okay. So at any point in time, you will be able to track what is the total outstanding and what is the PDC available and what could be the final amount which needs to be collected from the customer. Yeah. So as and when you post the PDC, this won't be displayed here. So only the release status PDCs are getting printed in this particular report. Okay. So when the date comes in, if you want to post this PDC or process this PDC into financial accounting module, you can do it in two ways. One is one by one, you can choose and transfer to journal and post it, or you can do the batch posting as well. Okay. So in this case, I'll just process this particular PDC. I want to transfer to the journal. So these are the standard or default templates and batches which are defined at the setup level. If you want to change it, you can change. So the particular PDC gets transferred, so that you can view them on the journal pages, respective journal pages. In this case, I am using the cash receipt journal since it is from the customer. So I will get this information from the PDC page along with the applications. So for example, if you look at the applied entries, the application will be available automatically. Okay. So for 35,000 rupees of invoice, 10,000 is adjusted. So now we can post. So from here, the regular standard Business Central's workflow will work. You can set up workflow up for approval. So once it is approved, it gets posted and the related transactions are updated. So we will also update the PDC status as posted. Yeah. So you will not be able to make further changes because it is already posted. So this is for the customer PDC. So we have one more option called bounce check. So in case of once you present the check or check in the bank account, if it gets bounced, you need to update them, right? So we are just having an action to mark it as a bounced. So we are not making any financial entry. So we are just updating this PDC as bounced. So that's the functionality available in standard application. Okay. So this is on the customer side PDC. So similarly, we have the vendor PDC as well. So where you need to choose as vendor, you can select the vendor. So similar to that, you can choose against which bank, from which bank account you want to issue this check, and you can define the check dates and other stuff. Okay. Similar to customer application, you can also apply to vendor invoices, whether it is a full or partial, you can do that. So you can enter the application amount. Once the balance check amount gets 0, you can release them and you can process it. Okay. So I just want to process from here itself so that you can transfer to journal. It's move to payment journals along with the applications, from where you can actually verify and post it. Yeah. So along with the application, it's available. So you can post it. Again, the status gets updated. So in the PDC list. So here for vendors, if you want to withdraw the check from the vendor, you can actually withdraw them so that the status gets changed as withdrawn. Okay, that is for cancelling the particular PDC, right? So that's a functionality available. So similar to customer trial balance, for vendor trial balance also, you will be able to track the PDCs issued to the particular vendor. This vendor doesn't have the PDC right now because all are posted already. So in case of any PDCs released status which is not yet posted, those informations will be printed at the bottom of this particular report. So if you are getting multiple or if you are issuing multiple checks to the same vendor for different invoices or something, you will be having this option called copy document. You can copy them into multiple PDCs so that the data entry would be minimized. So you can simply put 10 copies. So you can create them and you can you can just update the check number on each and every PDC document. So this copy functionality will help you in case of if you are issuing multiple checks at a time. So these are all the functionalities available in PDC Manager app. So Murali, is there any questions so far, or you'll be answering in the chat itself?
I have not received any questions so far, Prakash.
Okay.
So if any of you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat window so that we can get to it. So we will be on the line for another 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat window. Otherwise, we are done for today's session. Thank you for joining. You can, of course, get in touch with us on the email ID which I shared earlier, or give us a call. And of course, you can always try our app on the App Source. Prakash, should we go through the App Source trial option just to
Sure.
show them how that user experience would be? You can search by CETAs, right, Prakash?
Yeah. So you can opt for the free trial from the App Source. You can search for PayPro or CETA. So you can choose the free trial option, so that it will ask you for the email information. Once you fill up those information, then you can actually continue, so that you can add this add-on to your Business Central environment. So
Prakash, PayPro, we should actually show a PDC, right?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you can select PDC Manager, and you can enter the email information, and you can continue, so that this PDC app will be added into your existing Business Central environment. So this will be available for 14 days trial, I guess. So.
And the app itself is free for the first 100 checks in a month. So, you know, you're free to try them out up to 100 checks. Only beyond 100 checks, there will be some subscription fee applicable. Otherwise, for the first 100 checks, it is actually free to use. The counter resets every month. So in a month, you can use up to 100 checks. We'll be on the line for another 2 more minutes, and after that we would close this webinar. So thank you all for joining, and again, if you have any questions, we are still available. You can put them in the chat window. Okay, I guess if there are no further questions, we will wrap up this session. Prakash, we can stop live.
Sure.